So we're back from the VGC guide, and this time we are looking at Weezing. It is a bit of a shame that Weezing has been nerfed by booster energy no longer activating photosynthesis or quark drive, because that was a very viable strategy. Like Roaring Moon with the booster energy that's still activated to get the speed boost next to Weezing, that was really strong. But that's no longer the case. You still get to turn off all the abilities of all Pokemon on the field, which can be very significant, and on the right team, you have to build around the neutralizing gas yourself, can be very effective. But you need to be careful with your own team, because if you turn off your own Pokemon's abilities, that could hamper you just as much. So you do need to keep your Weezing in mind if you have it on your team, but if you need it in certain matchups where it's just, well, I turn off the abilities, therefore I win, that could be the perfect sixth Pokemon for you. I don't think that Weezing really should be built around anymore. I think it is going to be now a perfect sixth Pokemon to fix some matchups because it turns off abilities. Because its defense is so high, just go max special defense. You don't need to invest into your defense at all. You don't really need to invest into your offenses too much as well, because your main offense is Gunk Shot, and a lot of players will go Citrus Berry, which is obviously the other go-to item. However, Zoom Lens is pretty busted on Weezing, because you want to be going for Gunk Shot and you want to be going for Will-O-Wisp. So now just patch up your really shaky accuracy because you're like really slow, base 60, no speed investment, you're probably moving second regardless, and then the Zoom Lens gives you a 20% boost to both your moves. That means Will-O-Wisp is 100% accurate now, the Gunk Shot is 96% accurate, that's good enough compared to 80%, and then you actually do some pretty significant damage with Gunk Shot. Citrus Berry probably is still objectively better, because if you hit your moves, then Citrus Berry is better, but Zoom Lens means that you can actually do what you need to do. A Will-O-Wisp miss could lose you the game immediately. Gunk Shot, like, if you need the damage, you miss out on a potential 30% poison as well. So yeah, I think the Zoom Lens is probably the correct item for Weezing, and no one's going to believe me, because they're going to go with Citrus Berry instead. And also, these are some other moves that can go onto the Weezing, like it's not a recommended moveset, these are the moves that can fit onto the Weezing set. Will-O-Wisp and Taunt are pretty much guaranteed, so is Protect for neutralizing gas. But you can definitely drop them, and you can drop the Gunshot for an offensive move as Sludge Bomb, which can come off your special attack, which is only 5 base points lower than your attack, which is fine, but it's weaker. But at least it's consistent, and you can justify running the Citrus Berry much more than the Zoom Lens otherwise. Clear Smog and Acid Spray is just good support. Like, if you don't care about your Weezing doing any kind of damage and it's just here to support the team, then Clear Smog gets rid of all the boosts, just like Haze could, but Clear Smog does stab on the Clear Smog as well, and also gets rid of the boosts, so I'd probably have Clear Smog over Haze. Then Acid Spray can help support the team in the fact that if you've got a load of special attackers, then suddenly they're doing way more damage. But this is the pretty much expected Weezing's set that you'll run into, but it will always be Citrus Berry. And no one's going to consider the Zoom Lens, and you really should.